Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you are new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so that we can bring you the latest news as they come. And together we shall work with our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality and pull the Fulani Janjaweed to shame. He said, ﷺHU, the Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to the Fulani Presidency Cabal, slams ECOWAS leaders and the compromised Nigerian newspapers for refusing to acknowledge the complexity of the challenges the Fulani Caliphate is facing because of Buhari's imposture at Aso Rock, and the criticism the Fulani presidency cabal, who are actually running Nigeria in the name of Buhari, what they are facing for permitting insecurity across Nigeria and Biafra land. The ECOWAS leaders blasted the fake Buhari for being clueless, incompetent, and supporting Fulani terrorism, causing havoc in their various countries. The ECOWAS leaders said that the fake Buhari is not doing anything or taking any action to stop the activities of Fulani terrorist Boko Haram and Islamic State of West Africa, across the region. But he was talking about COVID-19 Omicron variant and climate change that he does not even have a clue of or understand anything about it. The one that he understands, he has not been able to solve it. Is it the one that he doesn't understand? They said that Nigeria had never had a leader as incompetent as Buhari, that Nigeria has never been dragged down before until Buhari came into power. And now the Fulani terrorists, cabal, and the presidency are the ones ruling. And that is why things are not working. The Fulani Sultan of Sokoto, crying over his spilled milk, the trouble that they created themselves, the monster, the Fulani terrorists they created themselves, they are crying. They cry that ﷺHU is punishing Nigeria because they did not listen. They did not listen. Religious leaders were warning them prior to 2015 election about the monster called Buhari, but they refused to listen. They were warning them. Political parties were warning them. People that had interest in the fraudulent contraption called Nigeria were warning them, but they refused. Because they saw former President Goodluck Jonathan, a Biafran. They think he's an Igbo. They think he's an Igbo man from Biafra land. That's how they think. And they were ready to rubbish him. And that was exactly what they did. So Sultan is now crying over a spilled milk. They can't eat their cake and have it. They did not listen. And they rigged the terrorist Buhari into office in 2015. The Fulani Sultan cried that the rigging was corruption and that other misdeeds by the Fulani Nigerian government were fueling the various difficult situations and terrorism as well as insecurity plaguing Nigeria. They have not seen anything yet. By the time ﷺHU is done with the Fulani Janjaweed and the so-called Nigeria, they will beg Biafra to go. They will beg. Just as Pharaoh begged the children of Israel to go, the same thing is going to happen to the Fulani Nigerian government and the zoo called Nigeria. They must beg Biafra to go. You know, killings, not peculiar to Nigeria. The Fulani presidency responded to criticism of Buhari's handling of insecurity in the zoo called Nigeria. Buhari is not ready to stop terrorism because he himself is an extremist terrorist. It's his foot soldiers that are doing the job, killing, maiming, kidnapping, all because they want to Fulanize and Islamize Nigeria. The Fulani presidency has responded to a critical editorial accusing Buhari of seemingly permitting insecurity across Nigeria. But in a statement issued by the Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to the presidency, slammed the compromised Nigerian newspaper for refusing to acknowledge the complexity of the challenges facing the zoo called Nigeria and efforts by the Fulani Nigerian government to tackle them. There are no efforts. If there were efforts, Shegumi should be in prison. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shouldn't have been kidnapped. You know, those causing terrorism, the Fulani Nigerian government are protecting them, whereas the peaceful, armless people asking for freedom, asking for the right thing to be done, they are the ones being locked up in dungeons. So what efforts are they doing to tackle the terrorism? Because it is the Fulani Nigerian government that brought terrorism into Nigeria in the first place. Even before they came into power, they brought it in. The growing instability and violence in the north of Nigeria and elsewhere is unacceptable. And that is why our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have been preaching. He preached a long time, and he's still preaching, that Nigeria is a forced marriage. It's a fraudulent construction. It cannot work. Let everyone go their separate ways. Allow referendum in Nigeria. Let Biafra go. Let every other tribe go. So that they can run their country the way they want to run it. If the Fulani Janjaweed like, they can run their country with terrorists like Afghanistan. They can run it like Afghanistan. It doesn't concern Biafrans. It doesn't. And that is why the Fulani Janjaweed must allow Biafra to go, and they must release our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, unconditionally, as soon as possible. Buhari stressed the need for ECOWAS state, that is, Economic Community of West African States, their leaders to forge a stronger alliance in order to address new challenges, including the current third wave of COVID-19 pandemic and its new variant, Omicron. Buhari made the call at the 60th ordinary session of the Authority of Heads of State and Government of ECOWAS in Abuja. You know, something he does not understand. He's gambling into it. Instead of him to tell his foot soldiers to stop terrorizing Nigerians and Biafrans, and at the same time allow referendum to happen, a UN-supervised referendum, so that the Fulani Janjaweed can go and rule themselves the way they like. You know, the Sultan of Sokoto, Said Abubakar III, said corruption and other misdeeds by Fulani elites and other Southern elites were fueling the insecurity challenges, including insecurity plaguing the zoo called Nigeria. Fulani Janjaweed, they brought terrorism into the zoo called Nigeria in a space of 2 days. Just 2 days. 23 travelers heading to Kaduna were burnt alive in a commercial bus at Sabon Bini, Sokoto State. No fewer than 15 worshippers killed as they prayed in the mosque at Bari village in Niger State. A commissioner in the service of Katsina State, Dr. Rabi Nasiru, was gruesomely murdered in his own house in Katsina City, while a housewife identified only as Salamatu was killed as bandits abducted 6 others during a raid in Kwali Area Council of Abuja. What else do Nigerians and Biafrans, the unity beggars, need to force this Fulani Nigerian government to accept Biafran referendum and release our leader unconditionally? With all this insecurity going on, it shows that the zoo is not working and it must disintegrate. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video, and bye-bye for now.